Hey, it's Tiffany with And Soap and Stuff. So tonight I figured we would finish up with some projects that I had actually worked on today. So first we're going to start off with dinner because it's like 7 o'clock. It won't get done tonight, so this will end up being tomorrow's dinner. But as far as my shirt goes, it's yucky and dingy and gross. I made some extra stuff at the other house today, so we're gonna try to hurry up and finish our extra projects before the end of tonight. So some of it's wrapping and some of it's putting labels on. I finished Play-Doh for the Thanksgiving Christmas shows, so things like that. There's just some odds and ends that I haven't been able to get done. I'm sure many of you come across moments where you have about 15 squirrels and you only get 3 of them done. That's kind of where I'm at. I got 15 squirrels and I still have 15 to get done. So let's spin you around and we'll work on dinner and then clean up my counter back there with my mess and get situated and then finish all my squirrels. All right, so let's start with making dinner for tomorrow. Little beanie weenies. And adding to the beanie weenies is Famous Dave's Rich and Sassy. Sorry, not enough light. My phone's yelling at me. This is not enough light. And I apparently can't, like, hold the camera. Okay, that's done. We're gonna turn it on high for a minute. Use one of these little guys. Just give it a good little stir. Not a whole bunch in there, but they were on sale. Level 1 done. here it is 8:45, and I've gotten a handful of projects done, as you can see already. So I just had to print more shampoo ingredients labels. So that's what we just got done watching, and you can see I'm super red in the face. I'm really warm. It's been a long day, and I'm ready to go lay down, but I still have stuff to do. So let's flip you around. And here's those labels we was waiting for forever. So those are done. And I also have my Play-Doh labels ready to go. So I'm going to grab those. I think I only made 8, so I should be fine. But I want to use the oldest first. Need those. So let's close down the computer. Because we're going to come back later to all that too. Alright, let's grab what we need. And we'll head back to the kitchen. Sorry, it's super dark. There we go. Alright, so we're going to finish wrapping up these guys. And we'll put the labels on and call these marked off and good to go. Super short, so I need my ladder. Okay, now I think I got us situated and we're good to go. So we're going to finish wrapping these up. Alright, let's finish from project. So, these out of the way for a second. I think I'm going to wrap these up first while I got gloves on. My hands just kind of sweat when I got gloves on. And TMI, major hot flashes lately. So I'll be taking off my sweater here as soon as I can. So, what are some of the projects you guys like to do in your spare time? You guys kind of know my hobbies and my projects, but what do you guys like to do? Definitely comment below and let me know. I'm always interested in what everybody else likes to do. It doesn't have to be creative. I mean, even if you just like to read a book. If you like to do special things with your cats or dogs for a hobby time. Maybe you draw really well. Maybe you do calligraphy or you like writing books. I don't know if there's anything you find interesting. Definitely tell me about it. I know some people at my age have gone back to college or have started college, which I think that's absolutely amazing. Definitely not something that I would do, but I think it's a beautiful thing that other people feel that that's something they could do to further themselves. You know, take me for instance, when I was in high school, I had no idea what I wanted to do. Nothing. Not a zero zilch. I had no idea. So I choose not to go to college. I felt like I was going to waste people's time. And honestly, I'm still kind of at that point, even as an adult, that I don't really know what I want to do. Some days I feel like this isn't what I want to do because I'm so overwhelmed. So some of you might not really have an idea what it takes for you to get this product in your home. So whether it's a shampoo bar, a conditioner bar, foaming hand soap, a container of soap. I mean, anything you know that I make. I tell you what, my soap, I had to take the time to learn not only how to make it, but I had to do extra research on how to put specific oils together to get the best bar. So the bar that you guys get wasn't pure luck. That was will, determination, a huge thought process, and a lot of research, a lot of understanding. And it took me a couple of tries before I finally figured out a bar of soap I really liked. That being said, the soap is my own recipe. The foaming hand soap is my own recipe. The body butters are my own recipe. My lotion bars, which I'll show you guys, I have some. Most of you might commonly know that I have my roll-up stick. Let me go get it and I'll show you. So most of you know that I have my large lotion roll-up stick and I have my short ones. These are also my own recipe. So out of all those, I had to take the time, the effort, and the know-how to do a lot of research and figure out what works and what doesn't. So basically, I had to figure out all my own recipe for these things. What I didn't do my own recipe for was shampoos and conditioners for one. I did get those from someone else. However, I made a lot of adjustments to the things that were most important to me to make sure I got the quality bar that I felt I wanted. So, even though the shampoos or conditioners are not fully my recipe, it's a very good percentage that it is. It's just somebody figured out the main parts and then I just did a lot of adjusting. Same thing with the conditioner. There's a handful of different things I was able to swap out, and so I swapped out. Let's see. The bath time Play-Doh, which is coming after these, I will show you in a few minutes. The bath time Play-Doh, that was a paid for recipe, as well as the bath crayons. I know some of you guys have come across my bath crayons as well. Those also are a paid recipe. That means that somebody figured out how to do them, posted online, and then everybody would have to pay for it, which is fine. This lady took the guesswork out of absolutely everything for that, and I so appreciate that. And it's been a really good product and a great Christmas gift and all that other stuff. So anyway, along with doing a lot of the recipes on my own, I've also had to figure out how I'm going to package everything. This one's a little not liquid because it's a little cold, but see, totally fine. So I've had to resource all my packaging. This was a happy accident, but I also didn't know what I was doing, so I was like, I'll just do these. Turned out perfect. Packaging took forever, especially for my body butters, just to get what I wanted right. And then for a long time I was creating labels a very horrible long way around. Super funny, very time consuming, and eventually I figured that I had to use these for these. So instead of buying 2 or 3 different labels, now I just use all the same stuff. So I've created all my own recipes. I mean, at least, a good 70% of them. I have packaged my own materials. I have labeled all my own things. I figured out a website, which, by the way, was a pain in my butt. And then, on top of that, I have to find a way to market. Marketing is probably one of the hardest things anyone can attempt to do. And to be honest, I'm all ears if somebody wants to help me out with some great marketing, because, not gonna lie, I totally struggle. I think marketing is one of my biggest things that I've had a huge issue with. So just like everybody else, I think my biggest thing is that I work 40 hours a week. So there's absolutely no way for me to take the patience to sit down to figure out how to market. And only recently have I kind of figured out how to do these darn videos and how to chop them into little pieces. But then my phone takes a crap because there's not enough space available. So a lot of times what happens is after these videos, I try to attempt to cram them all together and then delete the stupid videos because I don't have enough room on my phone. So I would absolutely love to figure out marketing. Like, besides marketing, the other thing I do, a lot of you know, is that I go to a lot of shows throughout the summer and throughout the winter. At the end of the season and Christmas, I do like one show because then I have taxes, and I'm sure my tax lady hates me. Love her to death. She does an amazing job, and I greatly appreciate her so much and all the help that she gives to me to help me and my husband do our taxes. So without her, I'd be a shit in a handbasket. So I greatly, greatly appreciate her help, and she's such an amazing person. That being said, there's so many things as a small business owner that you have to take in account that you absolutely have to do. Depends on if you make your own product, and then you have to figure out how to market it, and then if you market it, you figure how to do a website. And like for me, some people have picked an easier business and have, things that they don't have to make. Sometimes I'm super jealous of that. But on the other hand, I'm happy that I've gotten creative enough to make stuff. So without further ado, here are these little things. So this is what I worked on at the house all day today. Kids Play-Doh. There's no fragrance to them. You can play with them in the tub. You can play with them in the bathroom. While you are getting your children ready for your bathtubs, they can play with Play-Doh. So it is a little hard. Feels like Play-Doh. Once you get it out and you start playing with it, just like the Play-Doh your parents used to make. It's got cream of tartar. Trying to think of what else it has in it. So in my kids' Play-Doh, if anybody has questions, a little bit of water, cornstarch, cocoa metapropylbutane, which is called Bubble Up. Essentially, it's what goes into like J&J's for bath time. It's like a very fine. Oh, ugh. See, it's a very fine, soft, mild bubble for children's products. So again, that's cocoa metapropylbutane, SLSA. Some people have an issue with SLSA. If you do, my product's not for you. SLSA is just another surfactant. Cocoa metapropylbutane is a surfactant, and so is SLSA. They both have different properties. They both do different things, but essentially they are, they both create bubbles. What else? Salt, cream of tartar, and then my colorants. So literally there's 2 things in there to create a bubble. So what happens is you can take these out. Your kids can play with them in the water and mess around with them, but we'll get into that video another day. But for now, let's get back to wrapping. So I'm gonna wrap a couple, and then I'll probably do a speed demon and make it snappy. Ooh. Oh, see, I'm having issues already. Pete's sakes. Okay. So, remember those little teeny tiny ones we used for the shampoo bars? I did the same thing so I wouldn't have to buy new. So, it actually fits perfectly on this little round divot right here. So, that couldn't happen. any better. So that goes to the trash. I accidentally made like 2 things at one time. So, anybody curious? It's bath time Play-Doh. I'll do another video on that later and just kind of go over how you play with it and how you use it and how you have fun with it. But right now, I'm trying to hurry up and finish because it's like 9 o'clock. Alright, last one, and then we're going to speed this up and finish up some of the projects I have. Ready? Okay, so I have one project left, and that's 9:15. I think I'm going to attempt to try it. So far, here's what we finished in the 2 hours. Let's see here. There's dinner, so I still have to go and stir it. Normal little light. Okay, and then we did... Let's see, we wrapped all these, and these. Where's those ones? Oh, there's some hidden back here that y'all can't see, because they're a surprise, and those still need labels, so that's going to be something to do later, but we wrapped these, we put labels on all of them. Oh my god, I feel like I'm going blind. I'm so old, I need my glasses on. So there's these guys. I'm also not going to show you which ones these look like intentionally until probably after Christmas. So I'll take a picture of them now. And then that way after Christmas y'all get to see what they look like. So if those are something that you want, then I will make them next year for everybody. Otherwise these guys are Christmas presents. Autumn fig because it's a huge winter. We got all these little teeny tiny ones wrapped. However, I dread labeling these. Sometimes I do it on Word, and that's a pain in my butt. I haven't done it on Word in a really long time. But doing it on Avery is a little more pain in my butt. So this might just, I don't know how I'm gonna label these ones yet. And then let's see. We finished up those guys. There's all the little bath time Play-Doh ones. And thank you to my old coworker, Miss Brenda. Shout out to you. She had asked for a really special thing for Christmas. So I had these fun little containers. So she wanted a blue. So I don't know that you can tell, but there's a dark blue there, and there's a light blue over here. The light blue is a lot lighter. It's more of like a baby blue, and then there's a white. So you can almost see it kind of through the bag. There's the dark blue, the light blue, and then there's the white on the other side. So she had me make these just for her. So you can see both blues a little better once you open them, but... so next I have to figure out how I'm going to label these little buggers, or if at all. And then what else? Just a few minutes ago, the last thing I made was a room spray. So I bought room base and a fragrance oil, and then I had those tall containers. So here's a little sprayer I made. Probably not even going to put a name on it. Cashmere Woods is the fragrance. It's close, I'd say. Kind of comparable. Not too far off, but the container sprays nice, and I think it smells good. So, these darn things are still on my list. I don't have labels for these. I still have to order them, and like I get the labels from Avery. I just haven't ordered labels. So this is another huge one on my list that I haven't gotten to. But I think... So these I'll have to finish tonight or tomorrow. Oh yeah, I have a... So I have a whole bunch of soap dough. Look at this. Soap dough just hanging out in my kitchen. Oh, Beanie, come here. Come here, Bean Bean. Come here. Come here, Beanie. Oh, I call Beanie and here comes Sadie Mae. Hi, Saders. Hi. Oh. Alright, let's see what other projects are hanging out here. I think that's it. I think I'm done with my projects for the night. So, I'm probably gonna stir dinner. Oh, God. Okay, here's something else I was trying. I have to finish that. I need to add citric acid to it. And then I was thinking about making toilet bombs. So I think I might end my video here for the night. I do have to make these though. These are either gonna be a make or break me. Poo. 9:30. It's okay. I'll probably just end the video here where we're at now and tell everybody to have a good night and enjoy your Sunday tomorrow. And I hope you guys have a fantabulous Thanksgiving week. Bye for now. See ya. Have a good night. Peace out.